Alright, so I wanted to make another video here because I did my front yard, which I said was better, but not the best, which is the reason for doing this. But I've got moss issues, a lot of drainage issues in this yard, and that's what I'm trying to do the core aeration for, to improve that. I've got a French drain up here which has some success getting rid of the standing water, but not perfect. But this is softer ground up here, and well, that's kind of bad, but let me go up here. So this is probably the best part of my yard, obviously in the front, and I don't know if you see the lines here, but this is where I turned it around a lot, so it's all clumped up here. But this is softer, wetter ground, and it cores perfectly. I mean, that's literally as good a job as I've ever had a machine do it. The funny thing is that when I'm sitting here aerating it and stuff, I can actually hear it punching the ground. I probably should have ran my dethatcher first, but it's not that much grass to begin with. So anyways, great machine or tool. I have one issue here. I'll show you where, I don't know, maybe I didn't tighten it enough, or maybe it's just regular maintenance, you need to tighten it. But this bolt here came a little loose, and this disc slipped. This is what keeps it together. So basically I relined it up. See, that's a little loose. The rest of them aren't, so I guess I need to tighten that one. But this right here, I don't know if you can see that. I need to tighten it. All I do is tighten these 7/16 nuts on this side here. Yeah, those are loose. I can turn it with my hand. Anyways, just the vibrations are probably causing that to come loose, but really I got out a socket wrench, adjustable wrench, fixed it right up in a matter of minutes. If a machine had ever broken, I would not have been able to fix that as quickly, if at all, especially if it's a Home Depot machine. They're going to fix it. I would say that pushing it is something akin to doing bench pressing. I definitely felt fatigue in my arms. Probably say if you've ever mowed let's say a lawn that has been mowed all summer, that's wet, with an old push mower with a dull blade, I'd say you're probably looking at something like that. But just is such a fantastic job. I mean, I've been looking for something like this for so long, and I've tried, I feel like, everything. Like I said in the previous video, I've tried step aerators where you step on them and it punctures the ground, but man, they just take so long. This ground through here is pretty soft, and you can just see, I mean, like, that's my whole pinky. The cores say to 2 inches. That's about what it does when the ground's right. I mean, your 2 inches is probably in perfect, soft, wet soil conditions. But I mean, this thing just works so well. I mean, that's as good a job as really any machine I've ever had. I do wonder about the spacing a little bit. Sorry, my allergies are kicking in a little bit. They're kind of far apart. What I do is, let me show you here. So it's got this arrow on the side, indicating direction, I guess. But what I do is I'll push it to one edge of the yard and then take the handle over it and then push it the other way. I didn't notice any sort of decrease in performance or anything like that. This thing doesn't turn that great, which I think is kind of a given. But what I use for when I turned around and started pushing it again, is I tried to line the handlebar up here with the last row of aeration. So ideally, each row is going to be roughly from the tine to the handlebar wide, which is about, well, that's a little wider. Let me get up here, or else it's actually going straight back and forth. Yeah, so that's about where I was, which I think is a little wider than the Home Depot machine. But again, this maybe took me 10-15 minutes. I'm a little winded, a little bit of allergies, my arms are a little tired, but man, I look at this and I think $400 is a lot. But then I think, you know what, that's just going to go in my shed. I don't have to take it back up to Home Depot, especially since I had to trade in the truck for an SUV with little kids and everything. But just a great machine, tool. But yeah, again, I would recommend it. I mean, it's worth the price. If you're renting once a year, I'd say it's worth it. If you're renting twice a year for a machine, it's absolutely worth it. So yeah, it's just great.